Welcome to my channel. Let's see where Nifty and Bank Nifty will move tomorrow, what strategy we need to apply, and what we have discussed yesterday. Friends, yesterday we have discussed like if there is a flat opening, we'll be looking to buy the market, and if there is a gap up or gap down, we'll be looking for a price action. So if you look like today's price action, as soon as the market has opened, it rallied. And many of my students, they were saying, sir, in the other YouTube channel, they were saying like 36,600 below, you should not hold any puts and you should be sitting only for the long. And many of my students, they didn't listen to me and they just went and bought the calls. And some of my students, most of my students, they bought the what I said in the Telegram channel. Right at the top, I said you to buy the put options. And I was expecting up until here. You can notice here up until here, because this was the target for myself. So that is why I gave you like 400 was the target, which we bought for 275, and 400 was the target. And later there was a little bit of a profit booking from the algorithms, and later too much of volatility and the market drifted all the way to the 36,000 levels. Please do take the trade 1 or 2 lots and put the stop losses. Then you'll be having your confidence. Once you start to make the profits, like you'll be staying for long term in the stock market. And we are not just like giving a random calls for you. You might be asking like, sir, how do you know? Right at the top, you are giving the puts for us. I have my own strategies. I have my own these things. And if you look into the order flow as well, like whenever I take any trade, I do the confirmation from the order flow. And if you notice in the order flow, there is a seller here. And there is a seller here again as well. So the seller is sitting somewhere like he is having a certain large orders. So before here itself, I got a confirmation like there is a buyer here, but the buyer couldn't hold the price on the higher levels. So it was very much clear for me like there is a seller in the market and he is going to sell aggressively. So that was the reason, and our risk reward was very tight stop loss, and never the price is tested at these levels, and we got a very good profit. And some of the students, they did the over trading, and they saw some Telegram channels, and they took the trades from the Telegram channels from other YouTubers, so-called YouTubers. They themselves called it as a trading gurus, and whole day the market has triggered your stop losses. If you notice here, some people might be noticing there is a W pattern here, but this is not a W pattern. This is like profit booking from the algorithms, and secondary sellers have entered into the market. Little bit of an absorption here, again sold into. Little bit of an absorption here, again sold into. Absorption, stop run. The market flushed all the way. It was completely a volatile market overall at the end of the day. So well, if you look into the Bank Nifty chart, before going into the Nifty, I'll go into the Bank Nifty, and later I'll come into the Nifty. So what we should do in the Bank Nifty? Well, as soon as the market crosses this swing, like 36,000 levels, we'll be looking to sell the market itself. Why? The reason is like the institutions have triggered the stops. These stops has been triggered by the institutions. So the market might come up until 35,640 or 35,600 levels. The market might come and retest once again. Sorry. The market might come and retest up until 35,600 level once again. So as soon as the 36,000 level crosses, we'll be looking to sell the market, and first target should be like 35,600 levels, like nearly 400 points. We'll be having like we'll be having up until like 100 to 150 of a profits in options we can make easily, as tomorrow is expiry. And please be careful. What will happen is like the market might come very aggressively to the lower levels, and it might take the support somewhere here, spend some time, and it might bounce back again at a higher levels. So please be careful and don't put oversized tomorrow, as tomorrow is an expiry and we'll be losing our money heavily. If the market is opening flat again, if the market is opening flat, and flat in the sense like somewhere here, if the market is opening flat and if it is crossing this swing. So what is this swing? Just a second. So just a second. So this swing, like 36,300. Once the 36,300 crosses, we'll be looking to buy the market, and target should be like 36,500 and 36,800 levels. Even you can sit at 36,000, 37,000 levels as well. So overall, like the market is institution stops got triggered here. So again, the institutions are covering their shorts, and again they're building the net short position in the market. So high probabilities like the market might flush, and it might come at a lower levels up until 35,600. But the thing is like we need to see 36,000 levels has to cross, and the market has to come aggressively. If there is a big gap up and gap down, again we need to see the price action. So these days like the gap ups and gap downs are common. So that is why only based on the price action we'll be looking to buy or sell the market. Well, we'll go into the Nifty. So before going to the bank nifty, I'll just want to show you like what was the thing was happening at the order flow. In the order flow there was a seller. If you notice, there is a seller, again there is a seller, there is a seller. There's a lot of imbalances, like seller is dominating rather than the buyer. If you notice here, the seller is dominating. If you notice here, the seller is dominating. It is very much clear like there is a seller in the market and seller wants to sell very aggressively market at a lower and lower prices, but he wasn't aggressive, he was very much passive. So that is why passive is like he is selling at higher prices itself, he is not bringing the market at lower prices. So later at some point of the time the market was volatile and the seller was there. And end of the day, if you notice, there's a good amount of a selling has taken place in the market, like 165,000 contracts has been sold into. So if the market is opening flat, we'll be definitely looking to sell the market, because in the continuation the market might come at a lower levels. But the thing is like market has to come down and it has to cross 36,000 levels. Tomorrow is expiry, so we won't be putting very big size. Like last week, if you notice, we had a 30 to 40 points of a stop loss. We won't repeat that again tomorrow. Well, we'll go into the Nifty chart and see what Nifty has done. So yesterday we have discussed like if there is a flat opening in Nifty as well, we'll be looking like 17,500 levels, but there was a big gap up again. The gap up got sold into the market, and later there was a little bit of profit booking from the algorithms, and again absorption and got sold into, and later it became a sideways mode. So sideways is like same again. We'll be looking to sell below like 17,200 itself, and first target should be like 17,080 levels. I would say like 17,100 you book your profit, and later I would say like 17,100 you book your profit. I don't feel like this will act as a support. The major support was here, the institution stops got triggered from here, so we might see 17,100 or 17,120 levels. You book your profit for tomorrow. If the market is opening flat and if it is crossing all these levels, so we'll be looking to buy only about 17,300. Up until 17,300 we won't be looking to buy the market. If the 17,300 crosses, first target should be like 17,400 and 17,500 levels as well. Well, if you look into the order flow chart, again the same thing has happened. There was an aggressive selling. There was an aggressive selling in the bank nifty, but there was a passive selling in the nifty. I was noticing when the bank nifty was drifting lower and lower levels, the nifty was when the bank nifty was drifting lower and lower levels, the bank nifty was holding. So I thought bank nifty might come for the selling, but later both indices came for the selling. If you notice here, it is very much clear like there is a seller. Again the seller came, there is a seller here, and you can notice each and every price there is a seller. You can notice very clearly here the seller sold very aggressively. That means it is very clear like the price is coming at a lower levels. Well, the market came all the way to the lower and lower points, and end of the day good amount of a selling has taken place in the market. Well, if you like my video, please do subscribe it and please share with your friends, and please join my Telegram channel. I'll be posting free calls for you. Try to take 1 or 2 calls so that you'll be in profit itself. Thank you so much.